Pokemon. An innocent game full of fun stories and cute creatures. Or is it? What if I told you there was a much darker side to the franchise we all know and love? Hello and welcome. My name's Sean, aka the Pokemon Goth, and in this series we're going to be looking at some of the strangest creatures to exist in the Pokemon universe. The ghost types. This episode's going to be a little bit different to the previous ones because we're covering a Pokemon that is in itself completely different to anything else. This is Shedinja. Let's start with the stats. Shedinja is a bug/ghost Pokemon introduced in Generation 3 and is in fact the only Pokemon to have that type combination. It is number 292 in the Pokédex, has a height of 0.8 meters, and a weight of 1.2 kilograms. Now this Pokemon is the evolved form of Nincada. Sort of. There is no Pokemon quite like Shedinja, but we'll get to that shortly. The name Shedinja is a combination of two words. Shed, meaning to lose one's skin and move on in a life cycle. This typically refers to bugs and insects. And ninja. A ninja was a covert warrior in feudal Japan, although in recent years, the term has been appropriated to mean something that is either fast or very successful at what it does. Nincada, the first form of Shedinja, evolves at level 20 into Ninjask. Simple, right? No. When Nincada evolves, it evolves into two Pokemon at once, from 1 to 2. In the video games, if you have a Nincada in your party and you evolve it, you get a Ninjask. However, if you have a spare slot in the party, you'll also acquire a Shedinja. To explain why this happens, we're going to have to look at the real-life inspiration for this Pokemon. Nincada is based off a real-life creature called a cicada, which is very similar to a cricket. During its life cycle, it sheds its skin and learns to fly. Now in the Pokemon world, Shedinja is the ghost of the skin that has been shed. Physically, Shedinja is a brown insect-shaped shell. It has holes for eyes and 2 wings. It also has a white halo hovering above its head, presumably to signify that it is a spirit and not of this world. Now here's where things get rather twisted. Shedinja, being nothing but a discarded shell, is completely hollow and has a large crack in its back, presumably where the new Pokemon emerged from the old skin. Inside is nothing but total darkness, and it is said that peering into the crack can steal a person's spirits. This idea could be based off several legends, including the incubus and the succubus, who come in the middle of the night to steal a person's soul away. Shedinja doesn't move, doesn't even breathe, its wings do not flap, and it simply levitates, held in the air by some unexplainable power. Shedinja is obviously a spirit, but none of the Pokédex entries seem to suggest where the spirit may have come from. If Pokemon have souls, surely Nincada would have kept its soul on its journey to becoming a Ninjask. So where did the Shedinja come from? Perhaps it was feelings of regret at being thrown away, discarded and unwanted? Perhaps the force that possesses it is in fact the memories of its past life as the skin of a Nincada. Another theory about Shedinja is that it is based off a Japanese martial arts technique called utsesumi. This is when a user moves so quickly that they leave an image of themselves behind, or perhaps switch themselves for another object. This theory suggests that Shedinja is merely the image left behind of what the Nincada could have been. Let's look at some other facts. Shedinja's attack and defense will always be the reverse of the Nincada that spawned it. Shedinja is the only Pokemon with no gender that evolves from Pokemon that do have a gender. Shedinja has the lowest base HP of any Pokemon with a base level of only 1. It is the only known Pokemon to have less HP than its pre-evolution. That concludes this rather strange episode on the bug-type Pokemon Shedinja. If you enjoyed, please do leave a like and subscribe. We're going to be covering every ghost Pokemon of all time. As always, don't forget to check out my social media. And thank you very much for watching. Until next time, everyone, don't get scared.